It is both. It is both. It is both. It is both. All right. So I was Divine wanted me to come back on, and I was happy to. Okay. It is both, Christine, and so I was yeah. I went out to the store real quick and grabbed a couple of things, and yeah, I definitely again over the last 48 hours haven't been on much because of travels and things like that, but Divine wanted me to come back on. Okay, and so here I am. Okay, so here we are, and so yeah, I was happy to, excited to. Okay. And there's something about that. Being excited, okay, for the things that your ancestors want you to do. Being excited about the things that Divine wants you to do, even if they are unorthodox, okay, in today's society. Being excited about what your journey is. Being excited once again, okay, bringing back the excitement into your life, however that means, but being excited about the journey. Let me turn this fan off. Okay. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, Nettle. Okay. Or Nettie, excuse me, Nettie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Is it Pippolina? However that goes. Okay. Ciao. Okay. Um, So, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Wisdom and Spiritual Truths. My name is Nehru, and I am an esoteric guide. I am an extraterrestrial being here in the 3D. I don't say that just to say it. There is picture proof, okay? And nothing that I say here about myself, okay, is a lie, okay, propaganda, or made up. Everything that I say can be proven in the 3D. Okay? So, yeah, with 3D material, with 3D evidence, everything that I say about myself can be proven in the 3D. All right? So, we were just on live, okay? And And so, yeah, okay, all right. We do kick out karmic asses, okay? Just so those of you tuning in know, okay? We do kick out karmic asses, okay, that decide to show themselves, show their true colors, show their true colors. We do kick them out, all right? So we don't put up with that, okay? All right, so someone could be throwing up, okay? Someone could be throwing up, okay? Spiritual sickness, physical sickness, someone could be throwing up, okay? Okay? I'd appreciate it, okay, if you did not call me that, okay? Because I'll kick your ass out, okay? I'd appreciate it if you did not call me Blacko or whatever the fuck that is, okay? I'd appreciate it if you didn't call me that. And return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, okay? If you say that one more time in this live or some other karmic ass name or some other bullshit, I'm gonna kick your name out and kick your energy out, okay? I don't give a fuck if it's cool or not. Does it look like I'm interested in doing what's cool, okay? Does it look like I'm interested in doing what's cool, okay? So don't call me that again, okay? Don't call me that again, okay? Or I will ask Archangel Metatron to strangle your ass spiritually, okay? You call me Nehru, okay? Or you do not call me anything. That name is Nehru, or you do not call me by any name, okay? Thank you very much, okay? Let me open the door so we can get some synchronicity sounds. All right, so I'm going to read something here before we get into whatever divine source wants to show out, okay, here, show out, okay? Whatever divine wants to show out here, however divine wants to show out here, so divine shows out, okay? And I read this at the end of our spiritual class, the alchemy class, learning about your chakras, learning about your natty network, okay? Your natty network, okay? I am. I am divine. Christine asked me, Christine said, are you back or is this deja vu? Okay? It's back, baby. Okay? Okay? No, I've never been to prison. Get your ass out of my fucking channel. Get your ass out of my fucking channel. Bye. Okay? Get your ass off my fucking channel. Have I ever been to prison? No, dumbass. Okay? Again, I gave them opportunity. I gave them opportunity. Okay? And they dumbass chose not to take it. Again, divine gives opportunity for us all. Okay? Not everyone receives. Okay? Not everyone receives. Divine gave them opportunity. I gave them opportunity. Okay? They chose not to receive. All right? They chose not to receive. So, that's what we do. We remove them. Okay? So I'm going to read something that I wrote in a journal. This journal, okay, was started in 2014, a year and 2 months into my dialysis treatments, okay? A year and 2 months into my dialysis. This page might be significant. It fell out, okay? It fell out of the journey, or journey. It fell out of this journal, okay? So this page could be significant. We're going to take a look at this and see what this says. There's only information on one side of the page, so, okay? At the very top, on 6/18/14, on 6/18/14, I wrote, stay away from distractions. The power is on. On 6/8/14, I wrote in this journal, I wrote at the very top of this page, stay away from distractions. The power is on. is the first entry in this journal, this page that fell out here. Okay? So, yeah. So I wrote something. In the back, we will read whatever else is on here too. We'll read the messages that are on here. Okay? So I wrote something here, and I'm going to read this to us. Thank you so much for those of you who are tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from. Feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay? I do take joy in learning about where you're tuning in from. Okay? Where the frequency is reaching. Okay? New listener or regular, regular tune inner. Okay. Okay. So shout out to Nigeria. Okay. Shout out to Nigeria. Okay. Shout out to Nigeria. Also, they said I am Niger. Before we get into this, okay, again, I just take the energy as it comes in. Okay, divine source just reveals things, remind things to me. What's up, Tahana? Okay, what's up, Tahana from Australia, the land down under? Okay, what's going on? Hey, B, we're back, back again, again, back. Tell your friends. Okay. Hello from Mexico. Hello from Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. Okay. Shout out to Mexico. Okay. I don't know different greetings and that sort of thing from Mexican to Spanish. Okay. Buenos dias. Okay. Buenos noches. All right. And that may not be how they say that in Mexican. I don't know. All right. The closest language that I do to Mexican is Spanish. So, yeah. All right. Mile High, Colorado. Again, Buddhist priest here, Buddhist teacher here, master teacher here in the hotel that I'm staying in here in Ho Chi Minh City. Confirmation for Colorado. Denver. Okay. Aurora, Arvada, Colorado Springs. Okay. The Mile High Stadium. Okay. Some of you could be a part of the Mile High Club. Some of you could have been a part of the Mile High Club. If you know what that is, you know what that is. If you know what that is, you know what that is. Okay? That's not a good thing, okay? But yeah, all right? So what does this say here that I wrote in this journal, okay, in 2014, okay? And again, I wrote this in the back of this journal. This is what this says, and it's a declaration for my journey, okay? And it's a purpose for why I am here. This says, I dedicate my life to the work of the ministry, to be diligent, to be faithful, to learn of his glory and know his mysteries. I am called to such a place. Let not my flesh hinder me, alone if I must. Never again will I doubt the supreme mandate on my life. Never will I again doubt the supreme mandate I have upon my life. To be called, chosen, and set apart. I relish this. With this great command comes great strife. I must go on. I segregate myself from all that hinders this work. I segregate myself from all that hinder this divine work. Okay? I'm going to give you one opportunity, B, okay? With a B, okay? Not B-E-E, okay? Because we have a B-E-E in the room too, okay? B, I'm going to give you one opportunity. They were not Mexican, Hispanic, or Latin. Their name is not Jesus. Their name is Issa or Yeshua. I'm going to give you one opportunity, B, okay? One opportunity, okay? So here's your opportunity, B. That name was just used in the 16th or 17th century. They were born years and upon centuries before that. Okay? So, we don't use the name Jesus or Jesus here, okay, unless we're talking about someone who is Spanish or someone who is Mexican, is the only reason why we use the name Jesus. Okay? Welcome back in, only one. This is not deja vu. We are back again. All right? Or it could be. All right? So I segregate that hinders this work. Holy unto you, Yahweh. Holy unto you. Okay? And I spelled holy WHOLLY, and then when I said holy unto you, I spelled it HOLY. Holy unto you, completely holy, holy, whole, holy unto you, and divinely unto you, divine. Okay? The enemy is fierce and unrelenting. I am stronger, greater, mightier than even them by the work of the ministry. Okay, again, I wrote that in 2014, 14 months into my dialysis treatments. I wrote that in the back of this journal. Again, this one page fell out of the journal. Okay, this one page fell out of the journal. Okay, so we will take a look at what I wrote in 2014 and this page that fell out of this journal. Okay, again, 6/8/14. Stay away from distractions. The power is on. Stay away from distractions. The power is on. Is what I wrote on 6/8/14. Okay. On 6/15/14, I was listening to someone speak, and they said, "I will," and I wrote it down. They said, "I will subdue the earth. I am called to." That speaks to exactly what I just spoke about. For those of you who missed that, okay, rewind it a little bit perhaps, or go back and listen to it after this live. I rule and reign in this earth as a joint heir with Yeshua. I wrote Yeshua, not Jesus, okay, not Jesus. Yeshua is what I wrote. Because even back then, I did not call them Jesus, okay? I wrote down a scripture, okay? Psalms 1, verses 1 through 3. Psalms 1, verses 1 through 3. Okay? Give me a moment while we get rid of another roach. Okay? So we're going to take a look at Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Okay? The unusual secret place. In the most recent live, I got a download on my way back from Cambodia back into Vietnam when I was traveling in a taxi. Okay? That is 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for you being divinely awakened. Ashe. Okay? Thank you so much. Yeah, for seeing that synchronicity. Okay? And I got a download about the 16th level. Woke up this morning. It's already Saturday here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and it is 12:40 in the afternoon. And Divine said the 16th level of spiritual perfection. And in that live video, I shared what I received about the spiritual perfection and the level of 16. Okay? The next entries, okay? So we have 6/8, 6/15, 6/22. Preserving the integrity of the, okay? Also, we had a prophet or someone who deems themselves, however, anointed or whatever, okay, as a prophet, okay, in the religious organization that I was a part of at that time, okay? Let me delete another comic ass motherfucker who thinks I'm Denzel, okay? Delete their ass out of here too, okay? Okay? So, the one who said it's 12:40 in the morning, okay? 12-hour difference, 12-hour difference, okay? So Steve said, okay, was talking about or mentioned preserving the integrity of the kingdom. I made note that there was a prophet visiting that he was in relationship with at that time, whose name is Joseph Howard, okay? Joseph and Howard. Any names could resonate for your journey that I speak of, okay? The name Archie could be significant. Steve, I've mentioned. Joseph, I've mentioned, or Joe. Howard, okay? And Archie, okay? Um, and there's something about a while, a space while, okay? And a while, one word, okay? A while and a while. Just like holy, WHOLLY, and HOLY, okay? So let's take a look at Psalm 1 through chapter 1, verses 1 through 3. Also, so many people, okay, give David more credit than David is due, okay? So many in the 3D give credit to David, okay, where credit is not due. So do you want to know why Divine and when Divine called David a man after his own heart? It was after David slept with Bathsheba and he started writing out these psalms. So David, confirmation, Bert, David, I've not had anything to eat yet, and it's 12:42 in the afternoon. Typically, I do not eat before noontime, okay? My morning time is for fasting, okay? Spiritual rituals, meditations, all that sort of thing, okay? Typically, I do not eat before noontime, 11, 12 o'clock. Sometimes it's 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon before I eat, okay? I am on like an automatic intermittent fasting type of cycle, okay, with this physical body, all right? But David wrote the Psalms after he slept with a married woman whose name was Bathsheba. She gave birth to a child, okay, who died. That was part of David's karma, okay? And then he sent her husband off to war so that he could fuck her, okay? So David, the man after God's own heart, ultimately, wrote all those psalms as a plea of forgiveness, okay? After he fucked another man's wife and got her pregnant and sent him off to war, in which Uriah died, okay, in that war. David, yeah, King David, yeah, the one who slew Goliath, yeah, that one that everybody holds in such high regard. Karmic ass motherfucker, okay? Karmic ass motherfucker. So let's take a look at some. Okay? We're going to read this from the New International Version. It doesn't matter which one you read, okay? They all use slightly different types of words, okay? So, verses 1 through 3, and I'm reading this only because it's written down here in this journal, okay? Something about a guarantee. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, okay? Lord is capitalized, so that's divine source. But whose delight is in the law of divine source, and who mandates on his law, or meditates, I said mandates, meditates on his law day and night. That doesn't mean read the Bible every day. Meditate means on spiritual law. What is being shown to you, what is being divinely given to you, your dreams, your visions, okay? Your meditations, your chakras, okay? Meditating on divine law, okay? Divine law is not Genesis to Revelation. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, divine timing, in season, and whose leaves do not wither. Wherever they go, okay, prospers. All right? Prospers. All right? Okay? Okay? So I just clicked back on to see the messages here, okay? And someone just said dumbass, okay? Someone just said dumbass, okay? So divine source, okay? Ascended masters and Sanhedrin council, 70 spiritual judges, okay? I'm going to ask you right now to judge the words of this person, okay? And who they are and their spiritual bloodline and their earthly bloodline, their children, their spouse, their parents, and them, their siblings, divine source. I'm going to ask you right now, Sanhedrin council, that you judge this one that just said dumbass in the comments, okay? Someone who just said, bro, be quiet, okay? Divine source, Aravat, Ascended Masters, Issa, Yeshua, Buddha, Saint Mary, Count Saint Germain. I'm asking you right now to judge the words of these individuals and their bloodline right now. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel, okay? Thank you, okay? Thank you, okay? And now I'm going to ask your ass to get the fuck off my channel, okay? And now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get the fuck off my channel, okay? Because you step into the wrong motherfucker, okay? Go take your dumb ass somewhere else, okay? Go take your dumb ass somewhere else, okay? Because you don't want to fuck with this ascended master, this master builder 33, born on the 333rd day, motherfucker. You want to see my credentials? There's my credentials, okay? You want to see them? There they are. There they are. So take your dumb ass somewhere else, okay? Take your dumb ass somewhere else. Same thing with that individual who just called me Denzel, okay? And we're going to continue our journey, collective, okay? Because they will not deter me, okay? Because they will not deter me, okay? All right. Okay. We expect the freaks to come out at night, okay? We expect the freaks to come out at night, okay? We do. We expect the freaks to come out at night, okay? So Divine Source wants me to speak to something in regards to wedding ceremonies, okay? Divine Source wants me, Ashe, okay? Divine Source wants me to speak to something in regards to wedding ceremonies and something that is karmic about wedding ceremonies, or at least most wedding ceremonies if you are of Western cultures, okay? So in wedding ceremonies, the officiator, whoever that happens to be, often says, if there is anyone here who sees why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. That should never be mentioned in a wedding ceremony, ever, ever. And here's why. There is nobody, listen to me, there is no one other than the bride and the groom. There is no one outside of the divine masculine standing up there and the divine feminine standing up there, male or female. There is no one who ever has authority to speak over your marriage and say, no, it is not. No, I object. There is no one. So I want to tell you something. Those of you who are due a divine union this time around, okay? Tell that officiator to remove those words from whatever speech they give, okay? Nobody is authorized, okay, to speak now or forever hold their peace against a divine union that is being established whenever it is being established. So let them speak now or forever hold their peace. They don't get an option. They don't get to speak. They don't get to say anything, okay? The only one who can object are the two that are being joined in marriage. That is it. No one else. No one. Oh, you know what? I don't think they should be married. You know what I'm saying? Give them this mudra, okay? No one is authorized, okay, to speak against your unions. Nobody, okay? No, okay? I cannot, okay? And I'm gonna give you 60 seconds, okay? I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to get the fuck off my channel or become the student. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to become the student. And no, I can't do shit for you spiritually. It's your job, okay? I'm not putting any of my energy out there, okay, to help you return to anywhere, okay? Stop being a lazy ass and do your own spiritual work. So I'm gonna give you 45 more seconds. You can either become the student, okay? Or you could sit back and continue to be a lazy ass spirit and want somebody to do the work for you. I'm not the one, okay? I'm not the one, okay? So I'm going to use Kobe Bryant as an example. So Joseph, another Joseph, okay? Joseph and Pamela Bryant were racist or are racist, okay? They did not want Kobe to marry a Latina or anyone else who was not brown-skinned American, okay? But what they failed to realize is other races, and how divine would it be is if they come back for another incarnation and both of they dumbasses are Latina or Mexican. Because Divine Source has a sense of humor, but they're not fucking around. You hear me? The Divine Creator, Eravat, has a sense of humor, but they are not fucking around. How funny would it be if Joe Jellybean Bryant came back as a Latino man or woman and Pamela, same Latino man or woman, that they were racist against this lifetime, okay, and did not want their son to be joined in union with. So if Joe and Pamela were invited to that wedding and that officiator said, if there's anyone in here who sees why this man or woman should not be joined, and Joe or Pamela raised their hand, okay, that's the wrong door to open. Pastor, minister, clergy of the court, whoever you clerk or whoever you are, that's the wrong door to open. That's the wrong opportunity to give somebody to speak against a union when it's not the one standing up there being joined in the union. Okay? So, racist parents, okay? You can only marry within our race. You can only marry within our racist ass parents. Racist ass parents. Your parents, some of your parents are racist. Some of your parents are racist. Okay? You're welcome. Okay? So, they weren't invited and they didn't go, because they surely would have raised their hand to try to speak against Kobe and Vanessa Bryant's marriage in 2001. They surely would have raised their hand, okay? But that is an opportunity that they should not be given. No one should be given that opportunity outside of the two beings being joined in marriage, okay? Divine Source, anything else? Ooh, so I want to share with you, okay, a spiritual game that you can play with your kids, okay? If you have smaller kids, with your grandkids, okay? A spiritual game that you can play, okay? With your spouse, okay? Hopefully they're upright and on this spiritual journey with you. Hopefully they're upright if you have one, and they're on this spiritual journey with you, okay? But I spy with my third eye in the sky, whatever it is, okay? So at night, during the daytime, okay, you stare out, you sit outside with your kids, with your grandkids, you just look up at the sky, okay? And you play this game. I spy with my third eye in the sky, whatever it is. Okay? And then point it out to them. Okay? I see this over there. Could you see that over there? Right? I see this over there. You ask them to do it. Ask your grandkids, okay, to sit outside with you and play this game. Again, I spy with my third eye in the sky, whatever that is that you see. Okay? Whatever it is that you see. All right? So, divine source. Where do we want to go? Okay? Where do we want to go? Looking at Elon Musk, Bathsheba, okay, Portuguese energy. Looking at Ronan, Alma, and Lilith, Tommy, Tammy, Tamika, Terrence, Thornton, okay? So yeah, where should we go? Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, Marika. Thank you so much for tuning in. Divine Source, where should we go? Yeah, what's going on, Divine Waters? Okay, confirmation for you. Okay, and that's a childlike energy. That's a feminine energy. That's a childlike energy. Okay, we need a balance between masculine energy and feminine energy. Okay, that's why I can speak the way that I do and not hold a grudge to the karmic asses that showed up at the beginning of this live that I kicked out. I can speak the way that I do and handle business the way that I do. And we continue on. I have no grudges against them. I don't hate them. I don't, nothing like that. Okay? But in my masculine energy, okay, I speak. And then I move on. Okay? Then I move on. Again, they have the opportunity to ascend, to awaken, or not. They have that opportunity. That's not up to me. Okay? It's up to them and their choices. Okay? Looking at William, okay? Chamber Bay, there could be something about Chesapeake Bay, the Chesapeake Bay or a bay, okay? The bay in the United States of America is known as San Francisco area, okay? The Bay Area, okay? Could be Tampa Bay, Florida as well. The Bay Area, something about a bay, something about a crystal sea, okay? Something about a crystal sea, okay? That could be crystal with a C. Okay. Looking at the name Lucille, 10th chakra, okay? You could be in your 10th chakra, okay? I did say karmic asses. I sure did. We are not politically correct on this channel. Not by a long shot. You know what I'm saying? Not by a long shot, okay? We are not, thanks Divine Waters, all right? Okay? So yeah, I did say karmic asses. Yeah, I did, okay? Catherine with the C. Now looking at Portuguese, Brazil, there's definitely something significant. Let's go ahead and pull this card out. There's definitely something significant, okay, about that. Looking at Bathsheba and now Portuguese, Brazil, Indonesia, which is here in Southeast Asia, and Spain. So, talking about racism and talking about the karmic words that are in officiating vows of marriages, okay? Whoever sees that this marriage is not whatever, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Don't even give them that opportunity. Don't ask somebody else, what do you think about him? What do you think about her? This is where Divine is going with this, okay? Do not ask your best friend, what do you think about him? What do you think about her? Do not, because it's not their decision. It's not their journey. It's not their marriage. It's not their divine union. Don't ask her, especially if it's a divine union, and you already know this. Your best friend does not need to co-sign your marriage. Your best friend approve, okay, of your divine masculine or your divine feminine. Your best friend, your parents, what do you think about him? Who cares? Okay? It's not their journey. It's not their journey. And that's strong words for someone who might be close to their mother or father. You trust them, okay? but they're not here to pick out your divine partner. They are not. That is written in your Akashic records. If they are a replacement for someone who has fallen, a divine partner who has fallen, okay, that's not their job to pick out your spouse, okay? If Joe and Pamela Bryant, Kobe's parents, if Kobe gave them the authority to pick out his wife, they would have picked out a brown karmic ass American who would have taken Kobe for all his money. Or worse. If they would have picked her out, okay? They would have picked out Nicki Minaj. They would have picked out Lil' Kim. They would have picked out Jada Pinkett Smith. They would have picked out Lisa Ray McCoy. They would have picked out a karmic ass. A karmic ass. Okay? Someone who's on the Real Housewives of wherever. Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Basketball Wife, whatever it is. They would have picked out some karmic ass. No doubt. Because they didn't see spiritually. Okay? No doubt. Okay? And then, if the same journey would have happened in 2020 that happened for Kobe Bryant, okay? And he would have perished that lifetime, okay? Passed in that lifetime physically in a helicopter crash, who knows where his estate would be today if Joe and Pamela picked out somebody just because they were brown skinned. What would have happened, okay? She would have ran that bitch into the ground, okay? That bitch meaning his estate, okay? She would have liquidated all that shit just like Joe and Pamela did when they tried to sell Kobe's memorabilia online without his approval, okay? They did that in 2013, okay? And he busted their ass. Again, karmic ass parents, okay? Yeah. Okay? Whoever that is, okay? They would have picked out a karmic ass, no doubt about it. Okay? Anything else, Divine Source? Again, welcome in to Esoteric Wisdom and Spiritual Truths. My name is Nehru. Okay? That is spelled Nehru. Okay? For all the dumbasses out there who thinks my name is Denzel, okay? For all the dumbasses out there who thinks my name is Denzel, okay? It's spelled Nehru, okay? Keep getting crime spree out here. Crime spree, something about a crime spree. Tantric sex, return to sender. Tantric sex, return to sender. Secret Society, Wolf's Head. Let's read about Secret Society, Wolf's Head. Let's see what they're involved in, okay? And this says, I know my family members are dying because of the evil I have done to you, okay? Let's take a look at, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Yeah, exactly. That's right, B. Okay? So let's take a look at Wolf's Head, okay, Secret Society, and see what they were involved in. What is the Secret Society, Wolf's Head, involved in? Okay, let's take a look. Wolf's Head, okay? Wolf's Head, Secret Society. Wolf's Head Secret Society is an elite senior secret society at Yale University founded in 1883 that taps 16, okay? That taps 16 typical prep school type, okay? Rising seniors, okay, annually for networking, intensive personal introspection, and bonding, okay? It is one of Yale's biggest three, known for fostering alumni in business, law, and politics. The central activity involves members sharing their life stories for intense, intimate, and confidential personal development. Networking and influence. Historically, it has been involved in high-level alumni networking with members often entering fields like finance, law, politics. Okay? Past members, past members have been associated with significant Yale developments, including the establishment of the residential college system and the Elizabethan Club. Okay? It operates out of a private tomb, and it says tomb, T-O-M-B, and meets twice a week. Okay? All right? The Wolf's Head Gang. I'm going to ask another question. Okay? How is the secret society Wolf's Head associated with witchcraft or satanic things? If it says nothing, it's nothing. Okay? The association between wolf's head symbols and themes of witchcraft or satanic practices stems from a mixture of historical folklore, medieval witch trials, and symbolic connections to occultism. Okay? It is important to distinguish between the historical and symbolic associations and the Yale University Senior Society, known as Wolf's Head, which is a secular, okay, though secretive, elite student organization. Okay? There's also something about wolf cult out here. Okay? Something about the wolf angel, okay, was popularized in the 19th century by German occultist Guido von List. Okay? Wolf's Head. Okay? Secret society. Okay? All right. So, what else we got, Divine? Where else should we go? Okay? We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Remember that. Okay? We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? Again, those of you who have been a part of the former name of this channel, the Real Psychic Investigators, because Divine is shifting the energy, okay, and having me be in more of my Master Builder 33 energy. Okay? 20 likes. Yep, 20 in the room and 20 likes. Thank you for the love, everyone. Spain out here again. Spain, Spanish, Spaniards. Okay? The name Jacqueline, Jackie, Jax. Okay? Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy. There's something about the name Harbright. Okay? Or something that sounds like that. Some name that sounds like Harbright. Okay? Harbright. Yes, Harbright. Okay? Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, Fitz. Okay? Okay? So take your ass somewhere else, Jeff. Okay? Take your ass somewhere else, Jeff. Okay? And get your dumb ass off my fucking channel. Okay? Because I'm not naked, stupid fucker. Okay? So take your ass somewhere else, Jeff, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get the fuck off my channel or I will block you forever. So, Jeff, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bye, Jeff. You can't report me, dumbass, okay? You can't report me, dumbass. And just to prove my point, Okay? Just to prove my fucking point. Okay? You cannot, Jeff. Okay? You cannot. So, you can report me all you fucking want to. I just proved that I'm not naked, dumbass motherfucker. Okay? I just proved that I'm not on here naked, motherfucker. Did you tell Gandhi to put a shirt on? Did you tell Gandhi to put a shirt on? Did you? Did you? You tell Buddha to put a shirt on? Did you? Did you? Okay? Excuse me while I delete these stupid ass messages off of here from Jeff. Okay? All right. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So YouTube, okay? Just so you know, when some karmic ass sends in a report about me being naked, okay? I just want you to know that that is a fucking lie, okay? It's no different than me sitting outside at a fucking beach, okay? It's no different than me sitting outside and recording a video at a fucking beach. What's the difference? What's the difference? Physically speaking, somebody tell me what's the difference? What's the difference? Okay? Somebody tell me. Okay? What's the difference? There isn't any. Okay? There isn't any. Okay? Yeah. Just another one being used of the devil. Okay? That's all. Just another one being used of Satan, Apophis, Apep, Jezebel. No difference. There's no difference, divine waters. No difference. Okay? I can just as well go outside and be sitting on a beach somewhere and be videoing myself. Okay? So let me show you a picture. Show you a picture. Just to prove Jeff's dumbass ignorant. Just to prove Jeff's dumbass ignorant. Okay? Just to prove him ignorant. Okay? Just to prove his stupid ass ignorant. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at a picture when I was. So look at this picture. Okay? Look at this picture. Okay? I'm out at a beach in Da Nang, Vietnam, in this picture. And let me ask you a question. Is that demonic? Okay? Is that demonic? Is that evil? Is that really? Is it? Come on now. Come on now. Of course not. Of course not. But again, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, collective. I showed that message right before Jeff's popped his serpent head ass in the energy. Right before Jeff popped his serpent head ass in the energy. Yeah. Okay? Nothing demonic about that whatsoever. Okay? Nothing. Okay? Nothing at all. Okay? Yeah, 95 to 2003, okay? 95 to 2003 was my earthly military service, 8 years, okay? So Divine Source, we're gonna pull some energy on the collective that's in here at this time. I separated the cards and we got the devil. I separated the cards and we have the devil with a ghost energy, okay? The devil with a ghost energy. Okay. Army. Lisa. Okay. United States Army. Okay. Were you in the military? Are you saying you were a general, Lisa? Or only one? Okay. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, LaShane. Confirmation burp. Woo. What's up, LaShane? Confirmation burp on LaShane. What's up, LaShane? Okay. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much, okay? Again, we're going to go ahead and pull some energy on those of you who are in here at this time, okay? Let's go ahead and see what Divine wants to show you. Confirming you. That's all that tarot is just a confirmation, okay? It's not a revelation. I'm going to say it again. All tarot is a confirmation, not a revelation. So you already know, okay? You already know. You already know. Okay? Divine Source. Those tuning in at this time, we got 2 coming out here, okay? So we have a 10 of Wands energy out here, okay? You need to walk away, or you did, okay? You did, okay? And if you didn't, and we got the Page of Wands, so that's a double confirmation, okay? On leaving behind what no longer serves you, leaving behind what no longer serves you in favor of the truth. Leaving behind what no longer favors you, okay? Oh, 82 to 84, confirmation, okay? And I was in Germany from 98 to 2000, okay? 98 to 2000, okay? 98 to 2000, all right? 24 in the room and 22 likes, okay? 24 in the room and 22 likes. That's 1112, okay? That's 1112. Divine Source, energy of those tuning in at this time to this live. What else? Anything else in this deck? Anything else in this deck? For a brand new journey, for a brand new perspective, for a brand new outlook. Okay? 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, 3 of Wands. Brand new perspective, brand new outlook, okay? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. From your energy, whatever the rain was, that could be rains, you know, someone pulling on you, rains trying to hold you back, keeping you in the Page energy, lost, wondering, bewilderment. Wow, should I stay or should I go? Okay, that type of energy, okay? Yeah. All right. Divine Source, next shuffle of those tuning in to this collective energy, okay? Energy confirmations for those tuning in to this. We have a King of Swords energy out here. Boundaries, baby. Boundaries, okay? Boundaries, boundaries, okay? Confirmation for being ready for the new journey. Boundaries, so you don't end up with this. Boundaries, boundaries, so that you do not end up with this. Spiritually or physically, mentally, okay? Mental illness, spiritual illness, STDs. STDs could be spiritually transmitted diseases. Hello, Duncan. Spiritually transmitted diseases, spiritually transmitted demons, sacrally transmitted distractions, sacrally transmitted distractions, okay? So, yeah, Yeah, that's right, right there. Okay? Keep it to yourself. I just heard it. Keep it to yourself. What is it? What is it? It is whatever, okay? It is whatever, okay? It is whatever. By the way, someone is in this room, okay? In this conversation. Someone is in this room, okay? And the name change, okay, also removes those looking for stuff about their journey. Ooh, tell me, what am I supposed to do? Ooh, tell me, what am I supposed to? Ooh, tell me. It removes all of that. So we've gone from the real psychic investigators to esoteric wisdom and spiritual truth. So anyone coming in here looking about, ooh, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Ooh, tell me what I'm, no energy. Okay? Again, go meditate. Go do your own spiritual work. Collective, don't allow lazy asses to siphon off of you. Do not allow lazy asses to siphon off of you in any way. It doesn't matter, through your heart chakra, okay? Through any other. Do not allow lazy asses spiritually to siphon off of you. Many people out here cry wolf, just so the ambulance can show up and they ask and get some attention, okay? A hypochondriac, someone who fakes an illness, fakes a disease just so that they can get attention. A hypochondriac, a spiritual hypochondriac, okay? And there's nothing wrong with them. They're just lazy. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just lazy. And they want somebody else to tell them about their journey. They want somebody else to do the spiritual work for them, okay? They're just lazy. So they fake the illness so that the ambulance can come. They fake the illness, okay? And they tune in so that somebody else can tell them, ooh, what's going on in my life? Ooh. When Divine Source gave them a dream last night, Divine Source gave them a spiritual download or some type of synchronicity or indicator, okay? 5, 6, 7 days ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, Divine Source gave them a synchronicity, okay? And a divine message, but because they lack the energy and wherewithal to do the work, they expect somebody else to tell them about it and reiterate the same thing over and over again, okay? Yeah. It is hard work, okay? But if it was easy, okay, more people would do it, but that would also remove the divine experience. That would remove the divine experience if it was so easy, okay? Do you know it's easy? Pulling into McDonald's rather than going home and making yourself a healthy meal. That's easy. It's easy to pull into Steak and Shake. It's easy to go to KFC. It's easy rather than going home and making a healthy meal for yourself. It's easy to stay at home and be a couch potato and just Netflix out all weekend. That's easy. It's work to get up and go spend some time out in Gaia, okay? Get up and do some calisthenics. Get up and do some Tai Chi workout, okay? It's more challenging to do that. Yeah, of course it is, okay? But look at the benefits. So, lazy individuals. Confirmation on the Tai Chi, baby. Do it. Confirmation on the Tai Chi, okay? One card out here in face down. We'll see what that is. Divine Source. What else is in the energy for those tuning in? Okay, we got, looks like Temperance. Okay, looks like Temperance. Okay, take a look at that. What is this card? Oh, we got some text mess. What is these? Text messages? Text messages. Okay, so on this card, okay, I'm going to read some things out to you about this card. Okay. This says it is 249 on this card. Okay, I'm going to show it to you in a moment. 259, 1449, that's 249 in the afternoon. So 249 in the afternoon, you could get a text message, okay? Or some other type of message. It could be a DM, it could be a whatever, Instagram, whatever social media you have. 249, on a specific day, you could get a certain type of message. This message has a couple of things. It says, how are you? Okay, you there, next message. So how are you? You there? Question mark. Hello? Question mark, question mark, question mark. You mad? Question mark. Okay? Listen to the birds. Listen to the feather. That reminds me of a divine connection I made with Taraji P. Henson's ancestors when I was in Malaysia. I was sitting in a gazebo and I was doing a message. I was doing a message and I was sitting in the gazebo and I was having a confirmation or having a conversation, okay? Just speaking as I am, all right? And I was speaking about, I don't know, maybe it was Taraji P. Henson, and her ancestors came over in the form of crows, okay? And they just started squawking and talking to me. I'd ask them a question, I'd pause, they would reply. I'd ask them another question, they would reply, right? I posted that in a short on Esoteric Guidance Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, okay? I posted that on Instagram. I don't know if she ever came across that, but yeah. So feathered ancestor speaking, okay? Confused. Next message says, this is not how friends treat friends, okay? So manipulation. This is not how friends treat friends, okay? Fuck a friendship. Are you truthful, honest, and a man or woman of integrity? Did you hear what I said? I said, fuck a friendship. Are you a man of integrity, a woman of integrity? Don't try to use manipulation, okay? This is not what a friend is, okay? This is not how a friend treats a friend. Well, let me ask you something. Are you upright? Are you low vibrational? Okay? And then they says piss off, okay? Just like the energy that comes out here. Just like the energy that comes out here. I asked them a question. What do you mean by such and such and such, Jeff? Okay? I said nothing to Jeff directly. Jeff just comes out and calls me a dumbass in the chat. Okay? I said nothing to Jeff. Nothing. Nothing. Jeff was just irritated by me. Why? Denzel, everybody, those dumbasses who come on here saying something Denzel is quoted as saying, okay? Something along the lines of, there are certain spirits, okay? There are certain spirits whose darkness you simply irritate, or something about your light irritating their darkness. You did nothing to them. I'd said nothing to Jeff. I didn't even know Jeff was in the room. Jeff just comes out and calls me a dumbass. Why? Because this light irritated Jeff's demons. That has to be the only reason why. Okay? And that's not bragging on myself. That's divine source. Okay? That's not bragging on who I am physically. Okay? And the one that you see looking at you, that's not on me. Why was Jeff irritated? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Why are the others irritated? Because when you click the lights on, the roaches run. Because the light irritates the roaches. The light irritates the low vibrationals. In the 3D, the analogy, click the lights on and the roaches run away. They try to hide. Why would Jeff be offended? Why would whoever else why would they be offended? Why? Okay? So then you see how this conversation in this text messages, okay, is escalating. So now they're saying, piss off. Okay? Just like Jeff or whoever said, okay? You're not a divine being. You can't sit on here naked and talk about, really? Okay. So you're telling me that Sahad Guru, okay, who is an earthly being, okay? You're telling me that Sahad Guru is a demon because sometimes they sit in their meetings, okay, with no shirt on as he's talking to other beings in those meetings. So Sahad Guru is a demon because they don't wear a shirt on a video? What about an interview with an athlete in a locker room? Do you see I'm shooting down the bullshit? What about interviewing a male athlete in a locker room? Is that demonic? Because those reporters are in there asking them questions Okay, when Bob Costas is in the locker room and he's interviewing somebody and that male does not have a shirt on, is that demonic? And that is broadcasted all around the world. Is that demonic? Is that demonic? Hello, always loving. Okay? So I'm going to show you this card here that came out here. Confirmation on the text messages. Okay? I'm going to show you this card here. Clear skies. Okay? I don't give shout outs to those that request them. Okay? I don't give shout outs to those who request them. Okay? Because that is an attention seeker. Okay? That is an attention seeker. Okay? So do you know what I do with that type of energy? Okay? I pull out an arrow from my quiver and I stand back and I take aim and I shoot that motherfucker out of the air like it's a fucking clay being shot in the air. Okay? That's what I do to that. Okay? We don't deal with attention seekers here. Okay? If you need some attention, go look in the mirror. Go love yourself. Okay? If you need attention, clear skies seem awfully cloudy to me, despite your name, clear skies. You need some attention, go love yourself. Okay? Go look in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it. Okay? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Okay? No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, go look at yourself and make a change. Okay? Go look at yourself and make a change. Clear skies. That's my message to you. Here's the messages here. I hope that focuses. Okay? Here's the list of messages from the karmic energy. Okay? The friend's talking about this is not how you treat a friend, okay? Well, you can tell them the same thing, okay? Doing witchcraft against me isn't how you treat a friend, okay? Doing moon magic against me, that's not how you treat a friend, okay? Working with your family and karmic co-workers to come against me and your religious ass organizations, your mothers and your sisters, that's not how a friend treat a friend, okay? Yeah, unsubscribe, okay? There'll be 5 motherfuckers that subscribe to this channel in this live because you leave, okay? There will be 5 new beings that subscribe to this channel that really truly are interested in doing the work, clear skies. So unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. Unsubscribe. Go ahead. No love lost here, baby. No love lost here, because there's going to be 5 more beings that step forward and they will be interested in doing the work because they will start with the man in the mirror. So unsubscribe your ass off my fucking channel. You think that hurts my feelings? Goodbye, dumbass. I'll help you out and delete you from seeing this channel right now. So then, even if you don't unsubscribe, your ass still won't be able to see this channel and see what comes forth moving forward. Okay? So, yeah. No. Okay? No. Someone who asked me, listen, I'm going to read the message to you. I'm going to read the message to you before I delete them. I'm going to read the message to you and you tell me if this is upright energy of the light. You tell me, or if this is an energy seeker, okay? You tell me. Can I get a shout out, please? Okay? Can you help me with tinnitus and heart racing? Okay? No, because again, I don't do, can you give me a shout out? I give shout out to public subscribers that I get notifications for. The majority of the subscribers on this channel are private accounts, but those that are private or public, YouTube sends me a notification for. And those of you who have tuned in for any length of time, you know I give shout outs almost every live, if there are new public subscribers that I get notifications for. I'm a truthful being, okay? Just because I'm honest, just because you see my energy as being harsh, don't be a fucking pincushion, okay? Grow a pair. Don't be a fucking pincushion. You know what I'm saying? Don't be an egg, all right? Don't be so easily broken or easily offended, and the offense comes to reveal. So I'm not being rude and I'm not being mean. I don't give shout outs to someone who's like, ooh, 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 ooh. I don't get that energy. I don't get with that energy. Okay? I don't do that. Okay? I don't do that. So, again, thanks, Clear Skies. I appreciate it. Take care. Okay? All right? So, just helped out Clear Skies to whisk them on their way. Whatever they're supposed to be doing, just go on your way, go on your merry way, whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, okay? Okay? Whatever you're supposed to be doing, I gotta block another dumbass right now. Gotta block another dumbass right now. Okay? Again, on the weekends, the energy is, yeah, the roaches are out big time. Okay? Also, we are in a Mercury retrograde. Okay? This is the first one for the year of 2026. All right? Temperance energy out here. Okay? Patience for the journey. All right? Patience for the journey. So anyone who comes on this channel and they expect me to tell them about themselves, nope. I will answer questions. And again, those of you who are here, you know that, okay? I will answer your question, okay? Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, we just get done blocking some karmic ass motherfuckers out of here, okay? Off this live. So I just want you to know, okay, that I have no problem doing that. Divine Source, let's get some angel numbers. Okay, 23 in the room and 27 likes. Okay, thank you so much. Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, it is getting late for most of you. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get some angel numbers before we close it out here. All right. Again, message downloads, 16th level of spiritual perfection. 16th level of spiritual perfection. You can look that up to get further clarity. Okay. That deals with stepping into your miracle working energy. Okay. Your miracle working energy. Yeshua is not the only one who can turn water to wine. Yeshua, he said, greater works than these. Greater works than these shall you do. So, there are greater things than turning water to wine. Okay? Healing others of illnesses. Greater works than these shall you do. But you have to get to such a place. Okay? To such a place. And I will be honest, from an earthly standpoint, from a 3D matrix standpoint today, it is much easier. Okay? Thank you for your gratitude and your love. Okay? From an energetic perspective, today in the 3D, it is much more difficult to do that. Okay? It is much more difficult to do that. I'm going to use the NBA as an analogy. So, those who are sports fans and all of that, and you talk about the GOAT debate and all of that sort of thing, right? Who's the greatest of all time and all of that, right? One of the things that's very, if you just look at rings alone, Bill Russell, okay, has 11 rings, okay? Bill Russell. has 11 rings. The name William and Russell, okay, could resonate for your journey in some way. But when Bill Russell won those rings in the 60s, did you know that there were only 10 to 12 NBA that made up the NBA at that time? Did you know that there were only 10 to 12 teams in the NBA through the 60s when Bill Russell won those 10 or 11 rings? Okay? So, back then when Yeshua was here in the 3D, okay, the world was one landmass. And there were far fewer beings on this planet. Today, the earth carries 8.4 billion individuals, and the demonic reputation has only grown over time. The demonic reputation has only grown over time, and it's seeped into government, seeped into politics, seeped into undercover secret societies. It's seeped into these places today. So the demonic energy has grown over time. So today, it is much more difficult, in a sense, to ascend to the 16th level of spiritual perfection or any other. To cleanse your energy. Why? Because there are more demons. Okay? And that's just goes to show you how much concentration and focus you need, okay, to become your highest, purest, truest self. The other download that I've shared in this video as we get ready to close this out, okay, is in wedding vows, in a wedding ceremony, okay? Yeah, it is, okay, no doubt, okay? And it goes all the way from public notifications of things, okay? So most people have a cell phone today. So you can record Rodney King getting the shit beat out of him. Today you can record whoever that being is that's being hung, being lynched, being whatever, okay, wrongfully. Today you can record it, okay, and you can post it on your social media, okay? So today, the unaliving of Renee Nicole Good in Minnesota by a government-paid agency where the U.S. citizens' taxpayer dollars pay ICE, okay? They took your dollars, they took your paycheck, in this case, U.S. citizens. They took your money and your paycheck to feed their family and buy them things. They pay for their mortgage, okay? And they murdered the exact opposite of what they're supposed to be after. They murdered a U.S. citizen who had no criminal record and who was not doing anything to threaten their life. Same thing with Alex Preddy, okay? Same thing. In Minnesota, same thing. ICE agents murdering someone who posed no threat. Same thing. Same thing. If you have a license to carry a weapon, if that weapon is concealed, they have no reason to arrest you. Did you hear what I said? If you have a license to carry a concealed weapon and using that weapon, you pose no threat. No threat. Both of those beings were illegally murdered, and President Trump set his fat ass in the White House and allowed that shit to happen and did not come to the victims' defense, not their families, okay, none of them, okay, and yes, I just called the President of the United States a fat ass, spiritually. I am not a Democrat, I am not a Republican, and I am not even an independent, okay? He sat up there and let those agents murder the exact opposite of what they're supposed to be going after. Their focus is supposed to be illegal immigrants involved in criminal activity, but they kill an innocent, non-threatening U.S. citizen. That is the exact opposite of a criminal immigrant. The exact opposite. So yeah, Christine, it is exhausting in America. It is exhausting. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exhausting in America, okay? For all of those who are in the upright, it is exhausting to live in America at this time. Yeah, you're right. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I read Psalms chapter 1, verses 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 out here. Something's in perfect timing. Okay? Something's in perfect timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says good luck. Okay? But good luck is not a thing that we use here. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we do not believe in luck. It is divine appointments, okay? Or it is not, okay? It is divine appointments or it is not. We'll take these two angel numbers, divine. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0606. We got commitment, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 10, by the way, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 10. Okay? So we have good luck. If I ever tell somebody good luck, Jeff. Okay? Good luck to any other karmic asses that show up. Good luck. Okay? That means fuck you. Because I don't believe in luck. Okay? I'm going to be making t-shirts. Okay? Good luck is French for fuck you. Okay? All right? And 0606 for commitment. I'm going to read this card to us. Commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual rebirth, okay? Or I said rebirth, it says realm. Spiritual rebirth, I said rebirth, it says realm. So realm and rebirth, okay? Growth and solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Solutions and comfort. Release worries. That means the need to know everything. Okay? You don't need to know. Divine loves to surprise. Okay? Yes, it does. Okay? So you don't need to know everything before it happens. Divine source and your ancestors, they love to give you Christmas gifts. They love to surprise you. So allow them the space to surprise you and stop being so nosy. Why isn't that get out of that energy? Release that energy, okay? That is an ego death for some of you, okay? That is an ego death that needs to occur for some of you, okay? They want to surprise you, so let them surprise you. Let them, allow them to surprise you with the gift, with the whatever it is. Let them surprise you. Allow them to. Okay? Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up for the best is yet to come. We got commitments out here. Yeah. Let them surprise you. Okay? They want to give you a Christmas in March. Let them. Okay? March is also the original first month of the year. Okay? Originally, there were only 10 months in a year. March was originally the first day or first month of the year. Okay? They want to surprise you. Let them bless you and give you a Christmas in March. Okay, people? Okay, beings? Let them. Let them. Okay? Okay. That's fair. You can say it, whoever that is who wants to say something. There you go, B. Okay. Sounds like B is going to have some type of Christmas in March. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3 out here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Good luck. Okay. That's divine blessing. Okay. Your work. Okay. Your work meeting divine timing. Fireworks. Their work meeting your work. Divine timing, okay? Divine timing. It's not luck, okay? It's not luck. Okay, so Paul, okay? Paul, okay? So commitment is required, truthfulness and honesty, okay? And then we have, you are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back. You are on the right track. Somebody from the other side got your back. It didn't rhyme, but yes, it does. Divine is here, just like your spiritual cuz. Okay? Spiritual cousins. Yes, we are. Spiritual cousins. Yes, we are. Okay? Yes, we are. Spiritual cousins. Yes, we are. Okay? You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Okay? Observe your surroundings. What does this card say? Okay? This card says, okay? Release your worries by speaking your truth. This says, observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Okay? Also, I was showing for those of you, again, I'm going to read it again. This might be like a regular thing that I read at the end of all of these lives moving forward for esoteric wisdom, okay? I'm going to read you again something because it's mentioned 6-6, okay? And I wrote something in this journal that I closed out in 2000. What was the last journal entry in here? Let's see. Last journal entry for 15-16. Let's see. 2018, okay? 2000. I'm reading something. Wow. 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 Interesting dream that I had on 11/16/2018. Interesting. All right. So, I don't know if Divine Source, I might end up reading this at the end of every live now. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay. But the page that fell out here is also dealing with the month of July. Okay. We have 6-6 out here. Okay. We have 6-6 out here. So I'm going to read this again. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone that's tuning in or that did. Thank you so much for all of your love. Okay. All of the heart emojis, all of the whatever admiration, gratitude. What I don't take any of that lightly. Okay. And I never let it go to my head. I stay humble. Okay. I stay that way. Okay. I am not in any way a prideful being. If I ever need to apologize, I have no problem apologizing publicly, okay, or privately. I have no problem with those things whatsoever, okay? So I'm going to read this as we close this out. And again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. So I wrote this in 2014 at the back of this journal at some point, okay? And this says, I dedicate my life to the work of the ministry, to be diligent, to be faithful, to learn of his glory and know his mysteries. I am called to such a place. Let not my flesh hinder me. Alone if I must. Never again will I doubt the supreme mandate I have upon my life. To be called, chosen, and set apart. I relish this. With this great command comes great strife. I must go on. I segregate myself from all forms that hinder me. and hinder this work. Wholly, completely unto you, Yahweh, and wholly, Holy, divinely. Wholly, complete with a W, and holy, divine, unto you. The enemy is fierce and unrelenting. I am stronger, greater, mightier than even them by the work of the ministry. Okay? Looking at 23 and 30, 23 in the room and 30 likes. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I am a spiritual guide and teacher here in the 3D on my 10th and final incarnation to this planet. Thank you so much for all that you do on your spiritual journey. It's more important than it is for you to tune into these lives. Those that basis, thank you so much. I send love to you, to all of the new listeners out there. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, before I go. Yes, Christine, before I go. Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. Okay. Yes. Okay. Again, oh, my favorite, ooh, that's a good question. My favorite thing about Ho Chi Minh City and Vietnam in general. Again, I spent several months over in Da Nang as well, and the beach, okay, on the beach side, okay, in that southern Vietnam. Spent several months over there as well. Um, my favorite thing, I would say it's two, okay? It's two things, okay? I would say their their acceptance of spirituality, okay? And again, that's all of Southeast Asia, okay? Some countries like Malaysia are more Hindu, okay? And that sort of thing, more Hindi and that. But generally in all of Southeast Asia, they are far more spiritual and they welcome in spiritual practices. All around you will see little ancestral monuments and little things set up where you can go and you can light some sage. They have incense right there. It could be in the middle of a park under a tree somewhere. And someone has set this up so you can go over there and you can honor your ancestors, burn an incense, leave it there. Okay, you can leave your water bottle, you can leave some other type of gift, fruit or whatever on these little things, on these little monument, little things that they have set up all over the country and the city. Okay. Um, the other thing that I would say is the weather. Okay. So their openness to spirituality, okay, and the weather. Those are my two favorite. Okay. As it is always 88 to 90 degrees here. Okay. Even now. Okay. As others in the northern hemisphere deal with snow still, my favorite two things are their openness to spiritual practices and the weather. Very good question. Very good question. Okay. So yeah, all right. I think that is it for now. Thank you so much, especially for all of you. Yeah, thank you, Christine. Okay. Thank you so much for all of you that have stayed up. It is exactly 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1400 hours. It is exactly 2 o'clock. All right. And looking at Gemini, something about twos. Looking at Gemini. Okay. Twin energy, spiritual twin. Okay. Could be something. Okay. Divine twin partner, twin something. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. Okay. As always, be encouraged.